There we go. I think we're on. I see things moving around. Stuff on the computer looks like it's working.
Okay, Greg, are we on?
I think so. I think so. All right. So we're here with the Tanaka versus Wakefield game. It's on the A side. It's not quite a qualifier. They've both qualified for the playoffs. The winner of this game will get a bye to the semifinals. We have a 14-team triple knockout. So it requires some creative maneuvering with how the schedule works here. All right, we have confirmation that we're working. The sound is working now, so appreciate your patience while we work through some technical difficulties. Derek is here with me, and he's done an amazing job getting us up and running. I wouldn't have known what to do at all, so thank you for your patience. Say hi to the people, Derek.
Hello, everyone. Last name?
All right, and we're right into it in the first end. Mitch trying to come around here and just bounce that Wakefield rock out of the way.
The camera?
Chris Parkinson trying to hit and roll under here. It's a pretty good result. Cody asking Jared to follow it down here. It's tough to see through all these tall people. We're at ice level, and I didn't realize it'd be so hard to see the other side. Nice shot by Jared. Matt McCready with his first, playing third for Jay Wakefield here. Just wicks the guard. Everything's run a little straight out there so far. There's been a lot of sweep for curl. Cody asking Jared to come around. Didn't quite see where the broom tap was. Top 8 or top 4, I would imagine. Coming in nice. No panic by the sweepers. Really nice shot. Every time I see Jared slide, my knee starts to hurt. He's such a big guy, and he gets so low in that tuck. It's astounding. All right, Matt's got to clean this up a little bit for Jay. A little wide again, or much straighter than they anticipated. A lot of sweep for curl. Just gets the top one, but he's going to roll out. Matt's a little frustrated with the result there. That's 2 in a row that ran pretty straight on him. Cody just trying to replace the rock now on his first. Sweepers are going hard on it. And he comes up late. That's going to open the door for Jay there. A lot of discussion there. I think they settled on the freeze. Just coming down to that back one. So we'll see if Team Wakefield can figure out the line here on Jay's first. Everything that's come out this way has run pretty straight. No panic yet. Seems to be moving over nice. Jay's got a bit of a softer handle than Matt does, so this should move over a little more. Coming in nice. Just over curling a little bit. That's the first over curl we've seen down that side. So Cody's still line shot. He's going to try and come down the same side. We'll see how his behaves here. All right, Team Tanaka does not have hammer. So he'd really like to get this one top 4-ish. Sliding really strong. Looks like he's coming right down to his own.
Looks like still might be two, but
Yeah, tough to tell from our angle here, but I think it might still be two red. Either way, Jay's going to be throwing the same shot. Just follow it down. Sit on top of it for his one. Sweepers are on and off. The line looks good. Just sliding in there. All right, one for Wakefield. Good force for Tanaka, but I think he was hoping for a little more. We have a full 6 sheets of action going on this draw. And Sheet 2 has a women's A qualifier between Team Wilson and Team Kitazawa from Japan, I believe. And then the other sheets, the other 4 sheets, are C division games in the men's. So it's win or go home time for for all of those sheets. All right, here we go for end number 2. Jay's down, can put the broom out for his lead. My eternal nemesis, Daniel Dang. Sweepers are backing right off this one. This looks like it's going to be in the house for sure. I didn't see the original call. I don't know if he called a guard or top 4, but either way, that's very deep. Not what he wanted. Coburn will try and throw a corner guard here. And Daniel's a bit deep again, trying for that center line guard. He's half in the 12 at least there. It's going to cause some problems here. So Coburn has a chance to hit and roll under the corner. You just can't rely on Daniel Dang. I said it before. I've said it 1,000 times. Nothing but trouble, that guy.
Nice shot.
Coburn with the softest accidental double in history. That was supposed to be a bump and roll under the corner, but they don't ask how, they just ask how many.
That's about what you can expect from a lead.
Derek with the lead slander. It's not often the leads get to throw a double, Derek. He saw his chance and he took it. So Team Wakefield throws another guard up on that center line. And it's got Cody and Jared talking a little bit here.
Doesn't look like Jared liked Cody's call there.
Yeah, Cody was calling for bumping the blue center out of the way and rolling to another corner. I think Jared advocated for just coming in. I mean, if they need to run back, it's their rock that they'll be running back, so that's not so bad. And Mitch was all over that guard, so they just got as much of it as they could, take away the hole.
Now the race to the button begins.
Chris Parkinson playing second for Team Wakefield, just trying to get around top button, top four-ish kind of area.
It's a little hot and wild.
Yeah, just got it out in that straight spot. Didn't want to come back for him.
Weight wasn't bad.
No, weight was pretty good. But it does give Mitch a hit and roll here.
Which way did he call the roll on this?
Oh, I think they're definitely rolling under. And got to beat them there. Nice shot by Mitch. That's pretty much exactly where he wanted it. Forcing Wakefield into a triple run? Are we going to call that a triple run? There's 3 rocks. We'll call it a triple run. Sounds more impressive. So Matt McCready with his first. Trying to make some room here. Pretty good. Gets rid of one Tanaka stone. Leaves one in the rings, but it's pretty open now. So far, I think Matt hasn't quite got the feel. He's a little frustrated after each one of his shots. Little chat here about the best place to put the second rock. I think they know whatever they do, Jay's going to run one of those blues in. I don't think he can guard both of them. So where's the best spot to be in the rings afterwards?
What's your call if you're taking this one?
I don't throw shots like this, Derek. Don't. I would probably come around the corner. I liked what Jared was pointing at. Just coming around T-line behind the wide red. I think whatever Jay does, his rock is going to be in the open, and then you'll be able to hit and roll under the red closest to center, and be lying to be set up pretty nice for the rest of the end. But got to make the draw. If you don't, you're probably looking at a blank, I would think. So the sweepers were telling Cody it was a little heavier than he wanted. He lets it wreck on the guard there a little bit. And they get the Friday night roll into the back eight.
Nicely in cover.
Now it turns this run back that Jay was always throwing into a double attempt here. All right, Matt with his second here. He needs a good one. Calling for curl right away, but that's a lot of weight. Not sure how much that'll curl. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that one.
Angle runbacks aren't always a gimme, so that's why I like the draw behind as well, because like you say that. To angle the run back.
Yeah, it's a
pretty precise.
Yeah, it's a tricky shot, and Matt's not feeling it yet, so he'll get there. He's a good curler.
Good discussion about where to put this guard. They're looking top 12. Maybe showing a little bit. Might be a little heavier than they want it. Now they're going for plan B. Tap and roll off. Good plan B. Jay reviewed the options, decide to draw in, hope to just cut them down, force them to one.
Hey, trying a corner freeze there?
Yeah, that was the indication.
Okay.
He thought about the in off on the side, but realized the angle's not really good.
Yeah. All right, Jay's first one of this end. Really needs that corner freeze. Matt's going hard on it. I'm gonna get out. Oh, that's pretty great. Pretty good shot. Might not have curled quite as much as he hoped for.
Well, that's not going anywhere at that angle.
Oh, I think there might be a run. That gets rid of it.
Well, the run's jamming it into the red. I know it'll spin a little bit, but I don't think it's going out.
Well, hopefully Cody will call a run and we'll find out. And if I know Cody, he's calling a run. So.
The red run is the better because it looks like there's a little over. And the angle's better.
All right, gonna run the red that's just off the center line here. Hope to get the angle right. Pop that blue out. I was in Cloverdale recently watching Cody play some mixed doubles, and he missed approximately 800 of these. So he's got more than just him sweeping them this time. So hopefully this will work out a little better for him. Looks from my angle basically on the nose. He's not throwing a huge heater. Not a terrible result.
No, honestly, it really wasn't that far off.
No.
Jay gets a
But
little lucky.
yeah. Well, it was a tough shot. He was within inches. But Jay's line one, trying to figure out where to put his next one. Wants to guarantee himself at least two here. Two sitting in the rings, I mean, shot. But
I like this call.
I was too busy looking at the monitor. I didn't see. He's just drawing down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wants to, like you say, make it two,
Yeah.
put it full eight,
Yeah. Force Cody, that's a pretty good end
right
for
on
him.
the center line. Even if it's not buried, Cody can only go after one or the other or try the draw.
Matt going hard on this one.
Okay.
Just got to be second shot. All right. Gets full four just for the bonus.
What's that first draw by Jay on the first end? He's been lights out on his draws, really. Maybe a little deeper than he wanted, but it's hidden.
Yeah, there's no double there. Cody's just going to have to move it out of the 4-foot. Well, maybe. Maybe he's trying some super thin thing.
It looks like he might be trying that thin double.
And that's the difference. I wouldn't have even... I make that it's by accident, and I was probably trying to throw a guard. It's probably my rocks that I'm hitting out. Well, if he makes this, it's for potential 4.
If he makes this, you will have to apologize.
For what? Oh, just gets enough of that top rock. Sneaky little 4 spot.
And the crowd goes wild.
Nice job by Cody. Good line call by Mitch. Got just enough of that top rock to move it far enough. Count all the reds. There's one team that's not going to be phased by going down a little bit. It's Wakefield. They play with a lot of rocks in play normally. They don't play with a whole lot of fear or backup plans, as far as I can tell.
So a little around the rings, what's going on the other sheets?
Let's see. Sheet 1, we've got Krell versus Clays. Richard Krell isn't here this weekend, so Dan Wenzik is skipping that team. They're playing as 3. Clays is up 2-0 after 2. In the women's A qualifier, the only score they've put up is 1 for Wilson in the first end, but they are playing the third. I don't know what happened in the second. I'll let you know as soon as I figure that out. On sheet 3, we've got Thompson versus Rhino, and Thompson is up 1-0 after the second. They blanked the first, so Rhino playing Thompson a little bit tough here. On sheet 5, we've got Prade versus Dangerfield, and Neil is standing directly in front of the score. It looks like it's 1-0 Prade. They scored 1 in the first, and Dangerfield blanked the second. And then sheet 6, we've got Duncan Wu versus Nobert, which should result in tons and tons of rocks in play. They blanked the first. Every time Duncan Wu blanks an end, I'm a little bit sad. Like, they throw everything into the house. Their game against Wakefield and Vernon was amazing. And then they started blanking and betrayed my trust. And so they are up 1-0 over Nobert after blanking the first.
That is put up the score. It was 1 in the second, so it's 1-1.
All right. So on our sheet, Cody threw the first one in. Coburn came a little deep. He's back 4, just barely hanging on to the back 4. Jay threw up the corner guard. Daniel made a shot. I mean, you probably see Haley's Comet twice in your lifetime too, right? So. No, good on him. He practices lots. He tries really hard. Good for you, Daniel.
Another one right in there. It's going to be a lot of granite for Jay to move.
Well, it's all behind the tee. It's not a concern yet. If Daniel makes his second guard, which would be a new streak for him, 2 in a row. Not bad. Not bad. I think there's probably still a double peel available. They left it a little high. And with the way Cody's team can throw the rock, I think they might have a chance at it, but it's in the guard zone. That's all they needed right now. They'll figure the rest out later. I didn't see the call. I'm not sure if he called for this one in or for the guard. There's a lot of people who are much taller than me and stand in the way, which is rude.
Regardless of the call, it looks like it's in.
Yeah.
You want anything else from the concession? Because we're taking off. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to throw your stuff away for you?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it comes in top 4.
Is that somebody's car?
And Jay's going to call for the hit and roll under the guard. I think we'll see Cody Peel. No, but they didn't get the line quite right. And Chris over curls. It's just laying out in the open. Cody's still calling for the double peel. Sitting 2 rocks. He doesn't really have to worry about that Wakefield rock in the top 8. It's fully open. And Mitch makes the double peel. Even still manages to roll the shooter a little further away. It's still a corner for Jay to use, but it's much further out. Chris will try to make up for his first one. Just trying to hide underneath that wide corner now. And snuck that one by. Right on the tee line. That's a pretty good shot. Cody briefly thought about the double, but they're just going to run back their own guard here. Not quite sure that's what they were calling.
Jay's happy.
Yeah. The way this end started, Jay needed something like that to happen. Now he's got some stuff to work with. All right, we'll see if Matt can get his mojo back here. He's struggled a bit in the beginning of the game. honestly don't know. I'm not sure. I, once again, could not see the original call. Not sure they wanted to bump their back blue quite so much.
Yeah, I think they wanted it more to come on top of the red. It wasn't curling as much as Jay was hoping. He was calling for the curl all the way down. But the weight wasn't bad. That's where
Matt's,
kind of where he wants it.
yeah, Matt's just having some issues with the curl. His aren't curling nearly as much as they are expecting. Tough to tell whether he's setting it a little more than usual or if the amount of rotation is that much different than Jay's, but they're holding a lot straighter, a lot wider. Jared makes the shot for them.
Yep.
Trying for the double, didn't, got it a little full on the broom. Wakefield's rock bounces off and up onto the red. He's sitting frozen in the back four, which is where Matt was supposed to be, so we're going to call that a made shot for Matt. Good job, buddy. 4 out of 4. Jay just asking him to freeze right down on top of it. Sweeping for curl again. Looks like he's going to bounce off. Tough one. It's basically the only thing he couldn't do. Not sure there's a double, but it certainly gets Cody out of a little bit of trouble here. I mean, there's a double for Cody. I'm looking at things from my eyes. There's no double for me.
Come on, everyone gets lucky once in a while.
Yeah. This would not be my once in a while. You hear clean, that sounds good. And there it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt couldn't afford to bounce those rocks. They were set up so nicely. Just a little heavy, a little wide. It's been the story of his game so far. You can tell he's frustrated. He'll figure it out, hopefully. And now Jay has to figure out how do we score multiples with 2 rocks left. So he's going to come down to the back red. Then if Cody freezes to that one, there should be enough room for Jay to still score. And if Cody doesn't make his freeze perfect, then he might have a shot for 2. It's pretty much the only thing he's got right now. Derek, do we do a 4th end break in this Bonspiel?
Only if you're quick.
Oh, man. I'm out of beer. All right. Sweepers are on and off. Should be pretty close.
No more urgency now.
Well, they need it to move over a little bit.
Finish not bad.
Yep.
Again, Jay's just locking them in there.
Yeah, Jay's will always curl a little more than Matt's. He's just a tiny bit softer on his release. It's pretty consistent. They know how to ice for it. They know how to call for it. So it's a good weapon to have if you know how to use it. Cody trying the double.
Yeah. Well, made a move.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's fairly open for Jay, I think, to tap out for two.
Yeah, Cody didn't get as much of that rock as he was hoping for. They were sweeping for curl the whole way down, and at that weight, I don't know that you move it a whole bunch.
Looks like by the line, Jay's looking for like a back line hack.
Yeah, he's just got to get that fully out of the 4. Scores 2.
Yeah, really needs back 8.
And he can probably throw back 8. I, on the other hand, would probably throw board. And then look at my team afterwards and be like, whoa, really straight spot there. That just slid so much further than I thought it was going to.
It just kept running.
Yeah,
just
just
like it
wow.
was greased.
Quick spot. Then blame my front end for not charting the paths well enough. I hope they don't listen to this, actually. Oh, they're pounding it for curl.
Yeah, they needed to curl, but looks like it's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's swinging in nice.
Yeah. You got the old Wakefield blinker on. Moves it just enough.
Easy too.
Nice shot.
Well, like you said at the beginning of this one, Jay's not going to get rattled by dropping 4 in the second there.
No, not at all. No.
This whole end, he was thinking 3 would be great, but really, I want my 2.
Yeah. So he got his 2. He keeps it close. Really, Jay's keeping his team in it right now. If the 3 in front of him start playing a little bit better, he's going to have a solid second half. Go into the 4th end. It is 4-3 for Cody, and he'll hold hammer.
Well, looking around the rings, not much has changed.
That's because nobody's putting the score up. we should yell at them.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so Dan and his team get 1 in the 3rd, so it is 2-1 for Clays going into the 4th on sheet 1 in the women's A qualifier. We're still playing the 3rd. We have 1 rock to go for Team Wilson. Hard for me to see what's going on in the house there, but they're talking about it a lot, so I think it probably a tricky shot. Oh, no, I totally missed the rocks down at the end of the boards here, so it's her first. They're just trying to figure out a good spot to put it. Over on sheet 3, Thompson stole in the 3rd, so we're playing the 4th. Thompson's up 2-0 over Rhino. Rhino holds hammer. On sheet 5, it is a tie game, 1-1 between Dangerfield and Prade. Prade was forced in the 3rd, and they are exchanging hits here in the 4th. And on sheet 6,
Just had a measure on sheet 6, and it was only 1.
And Nobert measuring for a second point, but settles for 1. It is 1-1 going into the 4th. Over on our sheet, Daniel put his first one in. Tanaka hit it, and now we're exchanging hits. Good sweep from Matt McGrady to curl that rock in. Just get enough of the rings that Cody needs to hit it. Believe he's asking for the nose hit. Nose is pretty good. Leaves him a corner. It's pretty wide corner, but a corner. Nicely done. Right on the nose. Jay's going to try and hide behind that. Or they might have convinced him to throw the center. And Chris throws a pretty good one. Right on the center line there. I think Cody was always peeling this. So I throw a little lighter weight, looking to roll over towards their own corner. I think that overcurled a bit on them. Not quite what they wanted. Still pretty good though. And now Jay's going to hide. I don't think they can convince him to throw another center.
So it's drawn in nicely. Maybe a little deeper than Jay wanted, but it's in, and it's showing half a rock, maybe quarter rock. Well, they're holding this one for a line, but looks like they've got it, so I'll flop into the open.
Well, it still gives Jay a chance to hit and roll under. He's just looking to hide something at this point. Just get anything under anything. quick update on the women's A qualifier. Wilson ended up getting 1 in the third, so they are leading 2-1 over Kitazawa, and they are playing the fourth. They are pounding this one for curl. Oh. And they just nose it. Thought they were trying for the roll there, but changed plans all of a sudden. Matt's still not quite getting the rock where he wants it to be. And Jared trying the hit and roll. Noses it again. Just trading noses here. Nobody can quite get the line right for the roll under.
It's like, looks a little tighter ice by Jay's call than I think it's first one, so he's adjusting.
All right, Matt McCready with his second. I think they're really trying for the roll here. Still gonna sweep it for curl.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's the first one we've seen from Matt that overcurled.
Still accessible through the port, but it looks like he's going to ignore it and just draw in.
Yeah, it's maybe a third in the 8-foot. They looked at maybe chasing it, but I think Cody's happy if he can get one full 8 underneath his own pseudo corner guard there. Just off center guard. Sweepers aren't touching this one. I think I just heard Coburn say back 4.
Oof. That's tight. I don't know which is first. I want to say blue, but it's tight. I don't think it changes Jay's plan either way.
No, I don't imagine it does. Tough to tell. It looks like blue to me, but then I would have to give Daniel credit for sweeping, so I'm going to say it's red. Hopefully Jay bumps it. We never have to measure. I'll never find out if Daniel did well enough. I'll just always assume he didn't.
Well, despite the execution, I still like that call. It
Yeah.
wasn't worth the risk just to keep a blank alive when, you know, Jay's going to tuck one no matter what next, so.
For sure. Yeah, Jared just came a little deep with that one. Deeper than he wanted, for sure. I don't think the chase was super easy either. I mean, these guys make tons of shots, so they probably make it for fun, but if
No,
you
it
wreck
wasn't
on
easy, but that's what I meant. Too
Yeah.
much risk to
Yeah.
just try to keep a blank.
All right, Jay with his first here. that's a little deeper than top 4, Matty. Yeah.
But no bump.
No bump, but it's deeper than they wanted. Now, if Cody gets one down there and frozen, that back red and the side blue won't matter anyway, so we'll never know.
I'm not sure what he did to you in a past life, but it must have been serious.
Daniel knows. Daniel knows what he did. All right, Cody's first here in 4.
No burn yet.
Coburn giving it a bit of a clean, keeping an eye on the line. Pretty nice shot. It's frozen down to it. Jay's got to come down on the face of it. Either corner freeze. He can be on the nose as well, and he'll still be shot and force Cody to one.
I think they tighten the ice, so maybe he's looking for a little heavier.
A little bump.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were edge of the 4 for his first draw.
Looks like a draw to me. It comes down right on top of it. Nice shot. Cody's.
Forces on.
Yeah.
Oh, missed now.
Oh, well. Jared looking at maybe there's a double off that rock they didn't chase before. That'd be for 2.
I can definitely see a quarter of it from the hack. Maybe a little more.
They're still looking at it, trying to decide if they can get enough of it to get that top blue or if they're going to just run into their own red there. Trying to figure out what all the other rocks will do. No, he's going to try the angle run. We're thinking come off the top of that blue. It should bounce that second blue in between the two reds out of the rings as well. Nope. All right, decided to go back to the original plan of the double. Well, I think the original plan was a draw, and then Jared came down, said, hey, you can hit something. And Cody said, all right, let's do that.
Well,
Here we
risk
go.
reward. Let's see what happens.
Great shot. Just watching the monitor here. Yeah, 2 for Cody on a nice one there. And to think they were ever considering the draw. All right,
Okay.
4th end break. I'm going to go get a beer.
And with that, I'll do around the rings. Looking over on sheet 1. Still 2-1 for Clays. Sheet 2, still 2-1 for Wilson. Sheet 3. Looks like Thompson got 2 in the 4th, so it's 4-0. So they're building up a bit of a lead there. Over on sheet 5, it's 2-1 for Dangerfield. And on sheet 6, it's still 1-1. They just finished the 4th end, so we should have a score update soon. So back on our sheet, after that 2, looks like N5 is setting up much like N3. First one in, a little deep, but just behind the button. Jay puts up a guard.
Coburn's struggling a little bit. Everything's coming behind the tee line. Listen, Coburn, if you get out curled by Daniel Dang, I am never going to stop mocking you. Never.
So they finally put up the score on sheet 6, and it looks like it was 3 for...
Not Duncan Wu. Oh, no, for Duncan Wu. Sorry.
Yeah,
He's
for
standing
Duncan Wu.
right in front of the scoreboard.
So
Alex
it
makes
gives him
my
4
life
left.
difficult.
These tall guys who stand in front of the scoreboards, they just don't understand.
Rude. Don't they know we're trying to put on a show here? For the 3 people who are listening. Hi, Mom. Who am I kidding? My mom's not listening.
Hey, we're up to 22 concurrent viewers.
22. Wow. That is 20 more than I thought would be listening.
Your mom called all the relatives.
Oh, God. All right, Coburn's second one is better. Wakefield put up the corner guards again, but exactly the same as last end, where they're imminently doubleable. That's a word.
Imminently?
Imminently doubleable. Yeah.
I think that's the questionable one.
Very much a word. Mitch throws up a nice one there. Nice center guard. Pretty even with the low corner guard.
I think Cody has to be happy with the setup of this end over the third.
Chris just coming around for Team Wakefield. Looking pretty good. Just behind the tee, though. So Mitch going to try and peel out that corner guard and roll to clog up the middle some more. Coburn's pounding it for curl. He was wide the whole way, though. Peels it out. No harm, no foul. Jay asking Chris for a run back. He's just going to peel the top one. I think he was a little full on that one. They were sweeping for curl right out of his hand. If there's been one consistent miss here for the middle of Wakefield's lineup, it's just a little bit wide, and it's running a lot straighter than they think it will when they get out there. Jared's going to peel off the other corner. And makes the double for fun. We're going to pretend he called that. Holly's a table over saying they did not call that, but we're going to pretend, Holly. So we're up to third rocks already. 3 Tanaka stones in the rings. Still a pretty good setup for Tanaka. Wakefield just trying to make some room, move some stuff around. Just trying a little tap up. He's going to roll off, though. I think they might have overswept that one a little bit. They don't really create a pocket there. It's fairly easy for Jared to get rid of. And it's gone. Just rolls out. Doesn't want to leave a bunch of stuff around for Jay to hide with. Only one rock above the tee. Jay trying to corner freeze to it. Maybe build something in these last few rocks. So Matt's got to get this one in the right spot. Sweepers aren't really touching it. It's starting to come off the center line now. It just does not curl enough. And tuck it in behind. It's a very short run for Cody. Hit this one on the nose. They should all go. We're in the fourth end. Matt has thrown 8 rocks. I don't think a single one has worked out the way they were hoping it to. He's having a rough game so far. Cody just trying to get rid of it. Keeping it clean down there. And it's gone. It's going to make Jay's life a lot tougher here. Oh, freeze to the back 4-1. Pretty much all he has right now. If he makes this good, it'd be tough for Cody to blast it out. He might have to try and sit on top of it with his last. You get a mistake there, maybe you get 2 still. So, can understand why Jay's trying it. Sweepers aren't touching it yet. Okay, Matt's cleaning it now. It's not, looks like it's coming in all right. A little bump. Oh, bigger bump than I thought now that I see it on the monitor. Cody should be able to peel that out. Almost perfect for Jay. Maybe a foot too heavy. Just gives Cody enough room to get rid of it. You were always kind of hoping for a mistake from Cody, so get a mistake here or a mistake on the draw. Either way, you needed him to miss for you to have a chance at multiples. Come down, they're keeping it clean. And it's gone. And Jay's going to draw in for his 1. They make that kind of shot look so easy. I wouldn't have made that. I would have nosed it. It would have been all terrible. All right, important point here for Jay. Needs this to stay within striking distance here. Sweeper's on it out of his hand. Going on it hard. Just need to touch 8. And just get it. Good sweep. That's why they put Daniel in the house.
Yeah, it looked like Jay was getting a little bit of a sweat there, I think. Might have pulled the handle a little bit, but. So the mic's very directional. When I'm over here and talk, it's not picking up. Well, 5 ends, still lots of time for Jay to get back in this.
Yeah.
But he still needs a couple misses, I think, by Cody.
Yeah. And, down 2, that's not terrible. If there's a team that can manufacture points, it's Jay's. So they're not going to be too concerned about this. Still lots of time left. Just keep it close. Make a few shots. They can have a big end pretty easily.
Looking around the rings, see Wilson and Kitazawa still just trading ones here after 4 ends. It's 2-2. And same over on sheet 1. Krells and Clays trading ones, 2-2 as well.
I'm just going to break in here and point out that Daniel Deng finally threw a center guard. This is breaking news. It's worth interrupting the around the sheets coverage for. Everybody take a screenshot. It might not happen again.
What did he ever do to you?
Daniel knows. Daniel knows what he did.
Okay, so sheet 3. Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. Rainu?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Rainu finally got on the board with 1, so they're down 4-1 after 5 to Thompson. And over on sheet 5, looks like 5 was a blank. And big people are in the way, so I can't see the rest of the scoreboard.
Well, I'm going to tell Coburn you called him a big person. That's going to make his day.
I think it's just 1-1.
Coburn's standing on the divider. It is. No, somebody had to have scored in the 4th because that's not on the blank end sheet.
I'll go for 2-1 then.
Yeah. Looks like it's 2-1 Dangerfield, I think.
And then over on sheet 6, again, we've got a group of big guys standing in front of the board. But I think I see 4-1 is the score after 4.
Yep, looks that way to me. And all of Team Thompson have conspired to completely block my view of this sheet. Just poke my head around here. All right, what do we got? We got a draw coming in. Just trying to freeze to their 1 top 4 here. Oh, there we go. Enough people have moved. Sheet 5, it's 2-1 Dangerfield over Parade. Playing the 6. That come around just over curled a little bit. Now's as good a time as any. Cody asked me to give a shout out to Sarah. He said she wouldn't be watching or listening, but he's doing it anyway. So he can clip this portion of the broadcast and send it to her. So there you go, Sarah. Cody says hi. I mean, honestly, if anybody's still listening at this point, I'm pretty impressed. Not a bad shot from Chris. Moves, unlocks those 2 rocks, moves them around a little bit. And now we start peeling.
I think so far Jay has to be happy with how this end is shaped up. He got his 2 guards, nice space. And now we got the little bump. It's got some backing. Just a straight peel the top guard. Jay go for another bump or?
Yeah, kind of got to. Got to get those red rocks behind the tee line.
But I think at any point, that one's going to bump anyways. I personally wouldn't mind seeing him draw around just on top of the one on the button there.
I think they called bumping their own up a little bit, or maybe just freezing to it. Oh no, just a guard. All right, I was way off. Hard to tell from, they're not very demonstrative with the brooms. You're just guessing most of the time.
Perhaps Jay heard me thinking, should they put a guard up now?
Well, if Jay's strategy is to listen to the commentators, then Jay is losing this game. I can guarantee it. But throw another one up. Another peel comes down.
Oh.
Skinniest peel ever, but it moved it just enough. Just barely touched that top guard, but it floated across good 3-4 feet. I think they're just replacing it. They're in a good spot. They don't need to make a move just yet.
Yeah, I think this is showing Jay's patience. Like you said, he doesn't really have to make a move yet, so let it come to. Maybe they make another little mistake like the last one.
Yeah, you come in too early with a team that can hit like Cody's, especially with Jared up next. You're asking for trouble. I would have called the bump, but it would have taken my team 4 rocks to get it right, so I need all the time I can get. So they replace the guard. Cody asking Jared just to peel again. Slightly better angle. They might be able to make a double peel now. Just like that. There we go. There's always the danger of just continuously throwing up the guards, but I don't think he had a whole lot of choice there. All right, looks like he's calling your shot, Derek.
Yep.
All right, important shot for Matt here. He's been struggling this game, but if he makes this one, I think they'll forgive him for the other ones. So far, so good. Not touching it. Looks like it might be a touch heavy. Touch heavier than they wanted. Well, a little bounce. I think that's okay. I think that's going to be all right. I think Matt has to be okay with that shot. That's pretty close to perfect. He's had a little bit of trouble so far this game, so making one at like what 90%, that's pretty good. Might get him feeling a little more confident in his next one. Having a little conference, trying to figure out how best to remove it and what to do with the shooter. Let's try and take the blue out. I assume the red will go with it, and then just bounce the other red that's underneath Jay's top blue out into the open a little bit. Just like that. Well, they removed their own red, spin up so much that they're not shot. I think it just opens everything up though, so I think that was the main objective.
Yeah, overall, you got rid of all those rocks, and now there's a lot less place to hide for Jay.
Currently debating between corner freezing on Jared's rock there or throwing a guard on their own.
I don't like the guard. I mean, the best he gets out of this is 2 at this point. If he freezes up onto the red stone on the right side of it there, it'll be hard for them to get rid of both, and then he's got to draw for, or at least a hit for 2.
Well, gotta remember Tanaka has hammer. So that's gonna...
Oh yeah, that does kind of change the plan. At least one of us paying attention.
So whatever he calls, it's with a view to Cody getting the last rock here. Let's see what they're calling the guard. All right, just got to make a good one here, or they're in danger of giving up potential 3. All right, guard is on its way. Not much from the sweeper so far. Just guiding it into the right spot. Pretty good guard. A little higher than what they called. Oh, now that I look at the monitor, it overcurled just a little bit too. I think Cody can chase that. And it looks like he's gonna. It's tough to see from my vantage point. All of Team Rhino decided to stand in front of the window. How do they feed these kids? Why are they all so damn tall? All right, so we're Cody's first here in the 6th end. Looking for a soft weight bump and roll. Coburn trying to make it curl. Curling hard. Yeah. Makes the shot. Rolls like 3/4 on top of his own. Debating whether there's a double there. I'm not sure there is. I mean, there's a double, but I'm not sure it leaves Jay hidden. Jay talking about drawing top 4 under the guard he just threw. Well, they're going to come around the other way. Well, he's got to get this one buried. If he doesn't put it in a spot where Cody can't get it, I think that's the game.
Yeah, it could be handshakes after this if he doesn't get it nicely buried. Although, I think they need top of the 8, but full 8. If they go over and touch blue, the in-off for Cody is pretty much there.
All right, here he comes. Matt's on it right away. Oh. Just squeak it by the guard. And he comes up short. It's going to be an open draw for Cody for 3.
Yeah, not looking good for Jay at this point. I don't think getting back from, if he makes this, Jay will be down 5 points with 2 ends to go. I'm pretty sure we'll see handshakes. So looks like this one's easily in for 3, and there's the handshakes. So a little bit riding on this game. Both of them have qualified for the final, except the winner of this, Tanaka, gets a bye in the quarterfinals, whereas Jay will have to play in the semifinals against whoever makes it out of, let's see, C3. So still, both these teams are in the playoffs. They're not going to be overly sad about that, but the winner gets at least a bye in that first round.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough game for Team Wakefield. It seemed like they just couldn't quite figure out the correct line on a lot of the shots. They were a little wider and straighter than they expected it to be. And Team Tanaka had a good game, so they're going to get the bye through to the semis. And we'll see Wakefield again fairly soon, I think. When does that draw come up, Derek?
No, that'll be Sunday morning.
All right.
So the quarterfinals for the men's will be Sunday morning, the semi at 1 o'clock, and then the finals, I think it's 5. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so quarterfinals at 9 a.m. on Sunday, the semis at noon, and the finals at 3 p.m. on Sunday.
All right, so Wakefield will be back in action at 9. Coda gets to sleep in a little bit. Take you back around the rings real quick here. Krell scored 2 and 5 to open up a 2-point lead over Clays. They're playing the 6 now. Kitazawa's up 1. It is 3-2 after 5 with the 6 ongoing. Everybody's standing in front of the scoreboard for Rhino and Thompson, so I'll let you know that one in a minute. We are tied on sheet 5, Parade and Dangerfield, 2-2 after 6. Real offensive firepower going on there. And we have Duncan Wu ahead of Nobert by a score of 6-1 after 5. And Derek is telling me it is 3-2. Nope. 4-1. 4-1. It would help if I looked. 4-1 for Thompson over Rhino. All right, that's it from us. They may or may not ever let me do this again, but thanks for listening in the meantime.